So you guys remember Tekken 7, right? The game that was in the official EVO lineup for the last 2 years? Well, anyways, it finally has a release date for consoles and PC, and that release date is on June 2nd, 2017. That's right, June 2nd, so it's coming this summer. So in case you guys don't know, Tekken 7 was first released in the arcades in Japan back in March 2015, 2 years ago. The game also had an updated arcade version called Fated Retribution back in July 2016. So what's the deal with such a delayed launch? Bandai Namco initially said they're going to release this game in early 2017, but obviously that is not the case. Well, according to a recent GameSpot article, project leader Harada had this to say, and I quote, "We are trying our best to get the game out at that time, to get into the hands of users as early as possible. We saw some titles, some from our own company and some from others, which didn't have a very good launch because of the lack of content. Street Fighter V. Or whatever it was that caused players to bash the project. Even if that meant the game would come out a little later. Although this is the first time we've actually announced a date, it wasn't always June. It came through a process and we made some hard decisions, and that was the result. Early was probably March or April from your average person's perspective, so we're not going to try and sugarcoat it. We realize it's not early. I'm so sorry." So there you have it. This actually brings up a good point of the good old failure option select. And that is, when you have a game that comes out in a timely manner, let's say 1 year, and then it has, no content at all, people are gonna bitch because they're like, this game is Skeletor as fuck. Street Fighter V is the perfect example of this. The game was bare bones, right? But then, if you take too long to release your game and you try to put in too much content, then people are gonna be angry anyways. They're gonna say like, man, you took so long to release this, the hype is dead. So yeah, I'm not gonna pretend that I know anything about Tekken, because I don't. But when I first saw that Akuma trailer back at EVO and he was in Tekken, like honestly, I was really hyped. Like Akuma was definitely like a gateway for me and a lot of other Street Fighter players to get into this franchise and like really explore it. But as the years went by and people constantly asking me, am I gonna play Tekken? Am I gonna play Tekken? I'm not gonna lie, man, my hype has slowly dwindled, and I'm not nearly as hyped as I was before, right? So how do you guys feel about this? Is this launch window a little too late for you guys? Are you guys just not as hyped as you were before for Tekken? Of course, most of my audience on YouTube is not exactly Tekken players, right? So I'm really curious about this. Tekken is a huge franchise, don't get me wrong, and they don't really have to worry about when they're releasing the game compared to other fighting games. But we do have Injustice 2. That game will be released before Tekken 7. And we also have Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which is coming at the end of 2017, as well as Guilty Gear Rev 2, which is being released in Japanese arcades sometime this spring. We don't know when that's coming on consoles. Tekken will, of course, be coming loaded with content, the console versions, including pre-order bonuses, collector's editions, season pass, and of course, plenty of DLC. And once again, this game will be launching on June 2nd, 2017 for Xbox One, PS4, and PC as well. So guys, let me know your thoughts, and till next time, take care.